Hey Scorpio, I am your astrologer Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here is your weekly forecast for the week of Monday, May 7th to Sunday, May 13th, 2018. Now before I get started, I just have two announcements. First of all, Uranus and Taurus. It's happening this month, May 15th, where Uranus is changing signs. If you want to learn more about what that is all about what part of your life will be blown open, absolutely revolutionized by this next 8-year transit, and a sign Uranus doesn't like too much, please come watch me. I'm doing a free live video on Facebook Wednesday, May 9th at 8 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. Pacific time. Okay, where I'm going to talk about what Uranus and Taurus means for your sign, what it's all about, what it's been all about, some historical perspective on some things, and you can learn more of that, okay? To join, please find the link down below in my description box to figure out where that'll be and how to get there, okay? So that's what's going on there. The second thing I want to mention, May 2018, we're now here, we're now in it. It can bring up, especially this week, some conflicts in relationships or some big negotiations that you may have to make. Also some frustrations about some things in life that you feel like are holding you back. And if you want to learn how to better deal with that other than what I cover here in my weekly horoscope, please get my webinar, my May 2018 webinar, where I talk more about the things that are happening and the bigger perspective of everything that is going on, and the link down below to that is also in my description box. All right, so that's what I've got there. Now, Scorpio, for your horoscope, what we've got this week is the sun hanging out here in Taurus, and that for you, Scorpio, is your 7th house of partnerships, relationships, usually of the one-on-one variety. A romantic partner, a business partner, maybe there's a contract, someone that you've signed a contract with, or just a friend that you are very close to intimately. And I think that's what you're trying to figure out, or what's on your mind this week, is how you can build more stability and be more confident in some of your relationships. Now on Monday, the sun here into Taurus is in a sextile with Neptune, and Neptune is in your 5th house of happiness, of love, and of romance. So I actually see this being a very positive thing at the beginning of the week for you to start to feel like you're much happier with your relationships, with the people in your life. Maybe, finding more of the passion and excitement with the people that you were close to, or just feeling better overall about your relationships, okay? So I think that's going to be very positive. As you're starting to hopefully step into relationships with people that you enjoy, or relationship chapters, doing things you like with the people that are currently in your life, though, I think there may be some details that you might need to work out. All right, that's because on Monday, around the same time this is happening, we also have Mercury in Aries, which is here in your 6th house of your job and your daily routines, and a square here with Pluto in Capricorn, which is your 3rd house of talk and communication. Okay, so even though I think you have an opportunity to start to be happier with your relationships, happier with the other people in your life, I think there's still some things you're trying to figure out when it comes to these relationships, about your job, about your daily routines, about your health, about what all of those things look like, about what your life externally in a very physical way also looks like. And I think that's what's going on this week, is there could be some hard conversations, especially with the square, especially with Pluto involved, about money and about intimacy, that you're trying to figure out how you can organize your finances, how you can work and communicate with people better about your job or on the day-to-day, or about your health, so that you can then be happier with your relationships, or have more relationships that you enjoy. Now knowing that your job is taken care of, your health, your daily routines, and that you are communicating about those things in a way with other people that is very clear for them to understand, and very clear as well for you to wrap your mind around, okay? So that's what I see happening early this week. While that's going on Tuesday, we have Venus here in Gemini, which is in your 8th house of changes, endings and beginnings, in a square with Neptune in your 5th house of happiness. Excuse me. So while you're trying to talk perhaps about your job, your health, and your daily routines with the people in your life better, so that you can have better relationships, I think there could be some confusion that may come in about some changes in your life you need to make. Maybe when it comes to finances. I know I mentioned that with the square to Pluto, but maybe there are some changes you need to make to your life, to your money. to the way that you partner intimately with other people in order to be happier, to create more of a life that it is that you want. And I think with all of this going on at the beginning of the week, you are just trying to figure out how to communicate better with the people that are in your life about what you want, about what you desire, about what you need to be happy, and how to get everyone on the same page with you. And it could be a little bit confusing. Maybe you don't know what you want. Maybe other people don't know what you want. Maybe other people don't know what they want, making it hard for you to work with people. And I think at the beginning of this week, you're trying to break through all of that confusion so that you can make sure that you're communicating more clearly with people, that people understand what it is that you want and need, that you're working better with them on your job, on your daily routines, with your health, so that you can then start to deepen some of these relationships in a way that you enjoy and create more of a life that you want. Okay, so that's what's happening there. As it's going on Wednesday, now that we're moving further through the week, we have the Sun in Taurus in an opposition here with Jupiter in your first house. So as you're trying to work better with relationships, to be happier, to communicate better with people about what you really want and need on a daily basis, I think there may be some more changes that you perhaps are making to your identity and to who you are that may be making it harder for you to partner with people in the ways that you want. And I think you're trying to figure out at the beginning of the week, not just how to communicate with other people on the day-to-day more clearly about what's going on with you, but also how to finish making some changes that you're making, or to step into an identity that you like better, so that you can then partner with other people feeling like there's less about you that's going on that's distracting you. Okay, coming in this week and really needing to figure out how you can devote the time and attention that you need to relationships so that you can start to work with them in a better way coming in on Wednesday. Okay, going on after that happens on Friday and Saturday, the Sun here in your 7th then trines Pluto in your 3rd of talk and communication. So if there were any hard conversations that came up at the beginning of this week, especially in regards to relationships, especially about your health, your job, your daily routines, and any changes that it is that you are making in your life, I feel like by the end of the week, there gets to be more of that understanding that comes in, a lot more communicating that happens much easier with other people for you to understand what you need to do to move forward. Okay, and as to our communication, as I said, the beginning of the week was hard, maybe confusing. I think at the end of the week you begin to get more of those insights that you need about people, who's in your life, how you work with them, so you can move forward with the Sun in a trine to Pluto. Okay, while that's happening, though, we still are going to have on Saturday and Sunday Mercury in your 6th and a square with Mars in your 3rd. So even though communication, I think, towards the weekend is happening excuse me, a lot more swiftly and much more easily towards the end of the week with relationships, I think there's still some things with your job that you're trying to get in order. Maybe you're trying to take all the things that you learned at the beginning of the week about your job, about your health, that maybe were confusing, and take the insights that you gained from all of that and begin to put them into action. Okay, coming in. I think if you take some of the information and the conversations that you had earlier in the week and move forward on them, it's going to help you here, because Mercury and Uranus are going to come into a conjunction on Sunday. I think it's going to help you break free, to have more of a job that you want, to break free from old health situations, to come into better ones, to have a life, a physical existence that it is that you just like better. So I think there's a big opportunity for you by the end of this week to start to feel like you're living a life that you feel more free and that you feel like more resonates with you. Maybe something unexpected coming up with your job and with your daily routines and with your health. But I think it really helping you here to work better with other people, to communicate better on the day-to-day, and to understand your life much better. And I think the end of the week is all about using the confusion, the insights, the things maybe that came up during the beginning of the week, and putting them into order in a more positive way so that you can work with people better and do what you need to do on the job, on the day-to-day, and about your health, to communicate about it in a way that's more freeing, that really represents who you are and what you really feel, and that hopefully can bring everything together, help everyone work together better. Okay, there could be some things when it comes to communication that you may need to go over in the future, because Mars in Capricorn is entering its shadow phase this week, so Mars will be back retrograde in your 3rd house of talk and communication. Maybe there are still some more details you need to work out still about your job, about your daily routines, about how you communicate and work with and talk to people on the day-to-day, about your health and about your life. But I think this week you're starting to get more of a handle on it than you have previously, starting to understand better logically what's happening, even if it doesn't come too soon this week, so that you can start to feel by the end of the week like you have more clarity about your job, about your daily routines, and can move forward on that. Communicating with people in a way that brings more clarity. Okay. So that's what I see going on for you this week, Scorpio. Now your card for the week is the 2. It's the 2 of Wands reversed. Now the 2 of Wands upright to me definitely does indicate choices perhaps that you do need to make. The 2s to me and tarot always typically make choices, going on. And with this card reversed, perhaps there's a choice that's hard for you to make, a decision that's hard coming in. To me, this card, if you can see a man holding a globe, is saying you have to envision your life. What do you want for the future? How do you want, with all the 7th house stuff going on, how do you want your relationships to be like? How do you want to talk to people? And how do you want people to talk to you? And what kind of life do you want on the day-to-day at work in a very, in the best way possible? What kind of routine do you want? And I think if you can think long-term and get your vision for the future about what it is that you need to feel much better and to work with people in a much better way, I think that will then help you to move forward. Maybe that's what some of the confusion as well is about this week. Maybe there are some choices or decisions that do need to be made that you're avoiding, or that other people are avoiding coming in, or that other people, or that you don't know you need to make a choice you don't know you need to make, but that a choice would be helpful for it if you did make. And I think this card is saying time to make some choices, time to get more clarity in your life, time to think more long term and envision the future. And making that vision for the future will then help you to have better relationships, to communicate better with people, and to get them on board with what you want and need. So that's what I've got for you this week, Scorpio. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. If you like it, please like it on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, share with your friends, and I will talk to you later.